Hello and welcome back to the Tibi Show. Today's video, we're going to be playing as Mexico. And we're going to be putting Trotsky into power. We're going to get revenge on Stalin. And we're going to puppet the Soviet Union. We're going to get revenge on the United States. We're going to take all of our land in the American Southwest. And lastly, we're going to be doing, I believe it's Sunset Invasion. Just all three of those achievements, one run. One final thing you probably have noticed, I have Trial of Allegiance turned off. I highly recommend you turn it off unless you're playing in that area of the world. There's just no reason to have it on. It makes the South of the Americas act very weird. So yeah, I am just going to be turning that off. New game, January 1st, 1936, and we'll be selecting Mexico. Regular difficulty, Iron Man mode, of course, you need that for the achievements. And historical AI focuses. I like knowing what the AI is gonna do. Ahistorical is just too scary for me. We're going to be balancing our research with only 2 research slots, which is quite rough. So in the beginning, we're not going to be focusing on our industry. It is what it is, but there's things we need, such as support equipment and civilian trains. We're just going to start by building some military factories, and we're going to create a spy agency. Also, our factory production lines are going to pretty much just look like this. So the interesting thing about Mexico is you actually have 3 opportunities to have civil wars. So for the first one, you have the Cedillo tensions. General Cedillo is really trying to do a coup. We have the Callistas, who are pretty much the reverse of Cedillo. So once we get rid of Calles and Cedillo, pretty much we get rid of 2 civil wars. And then we have the opportunity for either the Cristero War or the opposite, which is pretty much if we become a Catholic state, the communists, atheists, and non-religious people will not like that. If we become an atheist state, the Christians and religious folks won't like that. So it's a fine balancing game. That might sound kind of difficult for you, and you're probably gonna wanting to not play this just because of that. But I promise you, it is impossibly easy to get rid of 2 of the civil wars. We just got to rush down to arrest General Cedillo, and then that gets rid of both the Callistas and the Cedillo's folks, in order to avoid having a civil war from the Christians and or the less religious people, because Mexico, let's be honest, Mexico doesn't have a lot of atheists, especially in 1936. It's majority Catholic, but there's various levels of Catholicism in the country. If we can balance and have more than 60% stability, it doesn't matter if we go on to atheist state and or Catholic state, though. To be honest, atheist state is better. It gives 20% factory production, which is insane. Yes, we're going to be doing plain Agua Prieta, exile Calles, purge the bureaucracy, and then we're going to arrest General Cedillo. We're also going to be building a spy agency. I don't remember if I said that, but we're going to be making a spy agency. We're going to be doing that in the beginning because we are on civilian economy, which gives a massive debuff to both our military and civilian factory construction speed, negative 30%. So we're just going to use our civilian factories to build a spy agency while we don't have to, so we don't have to deal with that debuff. Might as well early game. Plus we do need the spies, so. Oh yeah, we also have oil concessions. So basically foreign companies from the United States and the UK have come in, such as ExxonMobil and BP, British Petroleum, have come in and have pretty much full rights to our oil, our fossil fuels. So we're getting nothing. You get nothing. We can nationalize our oil, but if we do, it's going to make the United States and the UK come right after us. So why don't we deal with the UK first? Also, I'm going to be switching every single one of my units over to this Division Infantry. This is going to be really expensive, but that's fine. This strategy is way different than any other strategy you've seen for Mexico. The reason for that is I truly believe that all the old strategies no longer work. I am convinced of it. I had tried maybe 10, 11 games where you bum rush the United States. I've tried strategies where you hold into the mountains and slowly encircle American troops and then march north. All of it doesn't work anymore. It just doesn't work. I'm sure there are people who are better at micro than me that can do it, but I don't think it's possible. So we are going to be doing something a little bit different. Our first spy, good, we got a seducer. It makes it very less likely for them to get caught. We're going to be putting them on the US of A. Calles is gone. Let's purge the bureaucracy. Also, for our spy agency upgrades, we need 5 of them to get another spy. So I'm going to be going with the Fun Time Sometime pills. Our spies are more likely to off themselves rather than get caught, which is good. Visible ink, more intelligence gained from operatives and infiltrated assets. Interrogation techniques, enemy operative capture chance is massive, as well as Naval Department for more Navy intelligence. And then passive defense. We are actually going to be upgrading all of this. Why? You're probably wondering. Well, the Soviet Union has a fun little thing that they do. They send a spy to your country, and Trotsky, he gets ice picked. He gets murdered. He gets he sees the Iceman, I guess. So we just want to prevent the Soviets from being able to off our leader. Otherwise, you can't get the achievement if Trotsky is dead. Yeah, no, I'm really proud of this strategy. I'm really proud of it. No joke, it probably took me 15 games to figure out. I tried 10, 11 games, like I said, just doing the bum rush strategy for the US, but it does not work. It does not work. I'm sure there are people that can, but I swear it does not work. Sport equipment is done. Sweet. Now we need infantry equipment too. We're running on the first rendition, the World War I rifle. I don't want that. I don't want the World War I rifle. So this Sadio Rebellion, it's just going to make the tensions on high, and then it needs to go to very high, and then you'll have a civil war. But you really don't need to worry about it. We'll have Sadio banished from public life. Goodbye, General Sadio. Okay, civilian train is done. Let's get armor train. Keep saving your political power. There are a few advisors that we're going to need. There are a few military staff that we absolutely need. So just keep saving your political power. What is that? 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 1 second. So apparently there was an update. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? The events being right here. I don't know if I like it. Okay, the Spanish Civil War has occurred. Look, I know this is a guide, but I also don't want to spoil the shenanigans that I'm going to do, but I'm just going to say it involves the Spanish Civil War. And it is very helpful if the Spanish go Brown Party. It is very helpful, but they don't need to in my experience. Goodbye, General Sadio. You are gone. We are now going to control the army. The Caístas are gone. General Sadio is gone. Now we only have to worry about the Catholics and the atheists. The politicized army. We just got to worry about the everyday people. No, but it is very easy to deal with the Catholics and the atheists. It's atheist state, but it's agnostics. It's not even that. It's just people who don't want the church to rule. Rifle 2 is done. Let's upgrade that. Let's go into our MIO, and we are going to be making it the best we can. But first, instead of going with the more expensive options, let's make sure we get our production efficiency up first, and then we can make our guns more expensive. And now I'm going to research Marines. You don't need to research Marines, but I highly recommend it. Marines are incredibly strong, and we are going to be doing a whole lot of naval invasions. We have 150 political power. We are going to be getting this elusive gentleman for another spy. We have controlled the army. Let's do the legacy of the revolution. It's going to change that politicized army with the revolutionary army, make leaders 50% cheaper, and gives us some more maximum command power increases. The politicized army is not the worst national spirit. Gives military leader costs 100%, which I've never had to recruit new leaders as Mexico. Maybe 1 or 2, but honestly, that doesn't matter. And the planning speed is, if you've seen me play, you know I don't utilize planning speed whatsoever, mainly due to being very lazy. But for those of you who see the value in planning speed, it can be pretty devastating, I guess. I don't know. We're gonna get passive defense, and yes, I will be getting all of this. Every single one. Early game, it doesn't matter because the Soviets won't put spies in your country, but around 1940, they absolutely will. We can get another spy. Oh, sweet, she's a seducer. Love to see it. We're gonna be boosting our ideology in the US of A. I wanna lock them out of the Neutrality Act, Arsenal of Democracy, all of this. Neutrality Act, yes. It makes it more less likely for them to join a faction, but it gives 200 political power. If I can make sure that they have less than 95% for the Democratic Party, because they can't do those focuses, and it handicaps them a little. Keep getting that passive defense. Armor train is done. Love to see it. And let's get transports. Absolutely, you have to get transports. Otherwise, you can't naval invade. Archbishop Pascal Diaz passes away. I don't speak Latin, so in pace, I think. Riquesca? Riquesca? I don't know how to pronounce that word in Pache. Gives us assertive church. Why not? Oh, another seducer. Seducers are one of the best spies you can get in the game. Sometimes you get very lucky and all of them will be seducers, and sometimes you get very unlucky and none of them are. If your spy gets caught, it's just something you're gonna have to deal with. I'm gonna get revolutionary women. This is gonna give us 3 civilian factories. Also, Trotsky's gonna be coming in like 12 days. I'm going to be leaving the spy here because she's going to be contributing to our counterintelligence. Right now, there's literally no enemy spies here. But like I said, eventually there will be. I just like using that third spy as someone that can rescue spies from the US if my spy gets caught, as well as if my spy gets caught, I can immediately jump my other spy and start boosting my ideology, just in case you have to use support equipment if your spy gets caught. Sometimes it's infantry equipment, sometimes it's support equipment. It is what it is. Trotsky arrives, exiled from the Soviet Union for opposing the rise of Stalin, blamed for all manner of problems from military setbacks to industrial accidents, and driven from country to country by political pressure. Lev Trotsky has arrived in Mexico. We can either give him asylum. The US likes that, give it to Stalin, but the Soviets don't. We could give him to the Soviets. Americans don't like that. Soviets do. Or we can make the US mad and the Soviets mad. We can get one of the best chief of armies. Also, he's quite cheap, only 75 political power and 10 command power. Let's get him immediately. Okay, we are getting our last passive defense. Also, since we have armor trains research, I'm going to be commandeering civilian trains. In my experience, you only need to do this once, maybe twice, but try to really only do it once. Armor trains are far less likely to be bombed, so that's why you want to do armor trains. You need your stability. In this game, playing as Mexico, it's very hard to keep your stability, in my experience. Okay, that's all of our spy agency upgrades. And now anti-disestablishmentarianism. I believe this is the longest word in the English language. It's going to unlock the decision to transfer land to the church to prevent an atheist state before we have 60 stability. Marines is done. I also like to get these mountaineers. Mountaineers are pretty good. Again, you don't have to, but I highly do recommend it. We're going to now do the red shirts. It's going to give us some more daily communism support, division, attack, and defense on core territory. It's also going to make us have a weak church, so it's a very good thing we can transfer lands if need be. Keep saving your political power. We want to get this naval reformer guy so we can get a lot of Navy experience, so we can make our Marines the best that we can. Okay, electronic engineering down to radio. That way we can get some more reinforce rate and coordination. Okay, we're at 94, so we are good. I am going to be putting, I'm going to be putting my spy that's having the spy web on the United States onto quiet intel. This is going to prevent me from getting any passive bonuses, but also my spy won't get caught. And when I need to invade the United States, my spy is already there. Already. This is weird. This is weird. You know what? I like it though. I do. I think I do. Cool. They went brown party. It just makes it very easy. But like I said, in all my test games, you don't necessarily need them to, but just it does make it easier. We're going to start making support equipment. Also, I'm gonna have convoys on top. I need to be making quite. I need quite a few convoys. I need quite a few convoys. I really do. Now the international struggle. We don't actually need to be able to send volunteers. The main thing we want is the revolutionary class war for justify war goal time. And then Spanish Civil War for more communism, and supporting Spain's loyalists for more communism. Whole lot of communism, man. With our army experience, I'm going to immediately get this bold attack. Officers get a 50% chance of +1 attack on level up. In my experience, it happens more often than not. Also professional army corps for more army experience gain, daily command power gain, and land doctrine cost reduction. All very nice. The international struggle is done. Revolutionary class war. Also, we have 200 political power. Let's quickly get the Chief of Navy, this naval reformer, so that we can make our Marines just the best that we possibly can. It is good that the anti-church violence has ended. Why not? We'll get assertive church. These Spanish Civil War refugees. Let's get a little bit more communism. And now, supporting Spain's loyalists. 10% more communism. This is going to give us the 40% that we need to flip to communism via communist revolution. That is unfortunate. Usually this event, I think this event usually happens a little later, but we have a workers' strike. It's outrageous. It's unfair. How can I be on the council and not be granted the rank of master? No, this exploitation is unethical and must end. Or that's capitalism. So I've never actually done this option. I don't even know if it like leads to more event chains or if it just loses usability. I have no idea. I am very pro-union. So this is one of the times where like my own personal politics comes into play. And I understand that these little numbers don't matter, right? One person is a tragedy. Yeah, so I'm going to take the political power hit. I'm going to do it. Yeah. Man, one of these days I'm going to click that button. I'm going to find out. In every playthrough I say, I'm just going to see what it does. Mountaineers are done being researched. Let's get support weapons 1 for more defense and breakthrough. Okay, we have supported Spain's loyalists. Now we can have a communist revolution. This is going to put Trotsky in power. It's going to give us some stability and war support. But also, the communists will become the ruling party. Okay, let's do this. Keep saving your army experience and your navy experience. Okay, we have enough navy experience, so let's elevate the Marine Corps. This is going to unlock pioneers, which are quite good. And it's also going to give some more soft attack and organization for our special forces divisions. Gives us some more naval invasion capacity. Really cool. Just good bonuses overall. Okay, we can finally start working on our industry, starting with production. And we're going to get superior firepower doctrine for some more soft attack. This is going to be a very infantry heavy gameplay. Okay, Trotsky is now in power. So we are not going to be doing any focuses for now. We need a little bit more political power. And we are going to justify a war goal on Spain, on Republican Spain. And then we're going to improve relations. I cannot improve relations, but we will eventually be improving relations with national Spain. Let's also get the soldadas so that we can get 2 military factories. Plus it lets women become aces, which honestly doesn't do anything like gameplay wise, but it's kind of cool for like roleplay reasons, I guess. We're still missing a few guns, but nothing too bad. We're going to be having 5 factories on guns. Keep researching the support weapons. Okay, we are going to improve relations with Spain, with national Spain. And I'm going to be putting my 2 available spies straight onto Portugal. That way we can start building a spy net there. My army, I'm going to start exercising now. Oh, that's cool. It tells you. Okay, no, that's cool. We're going to be declaring war on Spain. War is declared. And we are going to be asking for both docking rights as well as military access from national Spain. And they will give it to us because we're both fighting on the same side. And we're going to justify a war goal on Portugal. We are also going to be moving our entire army as well as our fleet over into the Bay of Biscay. Okay, I'm going to do National Bank. I'm going to be doing the Agricultural Credit Bank and then going down Confederation of Mexican Workers all the way down to the Ejido Worker Militias, which gives us a little bit more recruitable population. Rent freeze gives some political power, as does Confederation of Mexican Workers, which is great because there's a few things we need to get with our political power. Okay, our fleet has arrived, and we will be putting them on naval invasion support for Sea of Biscay as well as the Iberian coast. Our dudes moving? Yeah, they're moving very slowly though. Also, we can stop improving relations with Spain. Get back our political power gain. Shore parties. Upgrade our pioneers again. Let's add pioneers to our infantry. Yeah, so let's switch over to this marine and plan a naval invasion. Okay, so for our naval invasion, I'm going to have my marines landing straight on Lisbon. If you don't know what I'm doing right now, I am planning individual orders. Oh my god. I am planning individual orders for my naval invasion When you're doing it, try not to click this because it will delete your previous order. Yeah, like that. It'll delete your previous order. So it's dumb. All my Marines straight onto Lisbon, and then my infantry will be securing the flanks of their capital. And we're gonna cut Portugal in half. Okay, let's also put some generals and field marshals onto our troops. Our best general for those men, and then just whichever one you want. So doctrine as well as reinforce rate. Okay. Oof, we have no stability. I want to train my troops at least until they're at trained, because right now they're all for the most part at green, and we can't be having that. So we'll keep exercising for a minute. Okay. Let's reorg. Our Marines weren't able to upgrade, but that's going to be okay. Support equipment as well, pioneers as well as support artillery. Naval invasion is ready. Troops are reorging up. Okay, let's declare war. And our naval invasion is off. Now I do like doing a force attack when I'm landing. It just makes the land much easier in my experience. We've almost got it. We've almost got it. Okay, cool. Bring all of our troops over. Reposition the front line. All on guns. Let's buy some steel from the United States. And yeah, we'll keep making some convoys. Let's move a troop there and encircle all these guys. And now for the last of Portugal. The landing can be kind of rough, but eventually you get it. Cool. Spain has died. We have no score, so just pass a whole bunch. With our 198 political power, let's move on to limited conscription. We need more manpower. And the Spanish Civil War is over. Cool. Portugal is dead. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take their fleet and puppet them entirely. Submit demands. Take complete factory rights as well as resource rights. Just the whole thing. I thought I stacked those on, but apparently not. Okay. Next, we're going to justify a war goal on Spain. So actually going to be splitting... Fudge did I just do? Okay. Spread them along the line. Put our generals back on. And we'll be switching these guys entirely. We're going to be switching over to these guys. They are only a 6 width. Speaking of 6 width, we are also going to be making up a nice sized army of them. Deploy and spread them along our army. Yeah, I'm going to be deleting the rest of these 10. Spain should be very easy to beat, just because they got through their civil war and had a majority of their divisions deleted. Yeah, what we're going to be pretty much doing is as their forces get on the line, they're not going to have enough troops to fully cover. So we're just going to encircle and bum rush all their victory points. Cool. The Ejido worker militias. It's going to put us on atheist state, which I don't want right now. So I'm going to move to transfer some lands to the church. Just because once we go to war with nationalist Spain, we're going to lose a lot of our stability. Speaking of stability, we're going to get this improved worker conditions. It gives, I think at the end, about 10. Justification is done. Our troops are almost there. There, okay. Declare war. And we're just going to full steam ahead. Call in our puppet. This war should not be difficult. Like I said, as you see Spanish divisions, I don't know why all my front lines suddenly exploded there. Yeah, as you see Spanish divisions, just manually grab, pin, and encircle. pin and encircle. Also a pin. Another encirclement. I'm not joking. Just encircle, and you don't even have to like kill the units. You just want to like lock them out of the battle. Madrid has fallen. Let's go to Cuenca, Zaragoza. Yeah, and then we'll just do all those goofy states. These German volunteers certainly are very annoying. Same thing with the Italian ones. But honestly, we're figuring it out. Can I please take Cordoba? Can I please take Cordoba? How hard is it to take a city like that? Also, why are we just standing around, huh? Let's chop chop. Oh my god. Bum rush. Take Seville. Sevilla. Come on, come on. Okay, cool. 100%, they're dead. Cool. First thing I like doing is taking their fleet. Absolutely necessary. Also, we're going to puppet all of Spain. Submit demands. We're going to take war reparations. And then we're going to take resource rights. Confirm and exit. Spain, you thought that you won the Civil War. No. It was just a momentary pause. Cool. Let's check out our nice little cute fleet we got going on here. A couple of battleships, heavy cruisers. Combine them all together. What do we got? Also, our army, I am going to put them back to how they were before. These guys will be infantry with 4 Marines. And then switch these guys. All these units, we will be rushing back down to our own country and setting up some port guard. We don't need to buy steel anymore. Love it. Okay, we're going to be doing the Bolivarian Alliance and rushing down to all these war goals. We have a massive deficit of guns. That's okay. We have a little bit of time. Our navy has arrived. Let's put them to port because we don't have enough fuel. 60 ships. Yeah, really, that's not bad. Bunch of destroyers for the most part, but a couple of light cruisers and a couple of battleships. I'm gonna get this radio propaganda. That way we can get our war support up. And once we have 150 political power, 150 political power, we're gonna move on to war economy. For MIO, the artillery one is much better than the infantry one. I like to focus on breakthrough with an emphasis on artillery over anti-tank and anti-air. Going to immediately delete this faction that it just created for us. We don't need it. We don't want it. Let's do the central defense plan, or the coastal defense plan. Jesus. Jesus. Also, we are on an atheist state. We have 60 stability, so we are not worrying about the Second Cristo War. Yeah, it does hurt our stability a little bit by 5%, but we're getting a massive 20% factory output. We will be moving back onto a weak church state before it's too late, before our war starts, because, yeah, we're not going to be able to afford stability for long. Let's get mobile defense. Our Marines are going to be so good. They're going to be some of the best units in this game. We just got to keep upgrading them. We don't need more trains. We were able to steal both Spain's and Portugal's. While they're not all armored, it's fine. Our logistics are covered. Unify Central America. Gives us war goals on Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Panama. We already have war goals on Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador. We're going to get war goals on everyone in Latin America except for Brazil. But that's fine. We'll be going to war with them soon enough. Okay, yay, finally, war economy. It took long enough. 1939. There's just so many other things that we need beforehand. So many things, including guns. Improved machine tools. I'm going to start also exercising my troops. I'm going to switch over this artillery to improved. Now that our 2 spies are free off of Portugal and Spain, I'm going to be moving them onto London. and we're going to be making a spy net there. Once we can, we're also going to be infiltrating the Navy for more Navy intel. We're going to push past the Iberian Gap. Whole bunch of war goals. Italy has joined the Germans. I'm going to be honest, I didn't like this at first, but it has grown on me. That is so much less annoying than when it pops up in the middle screen. I like that. I like that. Paradox, I'm going to give you a kiss. Is that another artillery? And now the Andean offensive. We are also going to keep making military factories in all the states that we can. Okay, our last marine elevation. World War II has kicked off. We're just going to chill. Like, it's fine if all these get even guaranteed by the Allies. They probably won't, but 150 political power. We're going to get the social reformer. It gives 15% stability. And yeah, he does give some daily democracy support, but that's totally fine. Integrated support. Okay, military budget review. It's gonna unlock a nice political advisor. He is pretty cheap. Yeah, we're just gonna let Europe fight for a minute. From the United States, I'm gonna buy some aluminum. Yeah. Also, I'm going to be putting some pioneers onto my infantry. They get more soft attack, more entrenchment. Why not? And I am actually going to be using my US spy to assist in this operation. Which spy is not doing this? Her. Yeah, so we're gonna put her on quiet intel network, and then when we declare war, we will full on expose ourselves to the British. Yeah, I'm gonna ban democratic parties, which is going to give us a little bit of wiggle room. Yeah, let's get some infrastructure for our state, and then that way we can also rush down and get rural schools for a research slot. I wonder if anyone has spies on our country. Nope, absolutely none. That's fine. And we can switch over another soldier, make him a Marine. Nope, Marine. So we're not going to get rural schools just yet. We are actually going to liberate the Antilles. This is going to give France, the UK, Netherlands, and the US an event to either pull out of the Caribbean or suffer the consequences. This is how we're going to enter the war. We get this fleet in being. It's going to give some organization for our battleships. Also some surface detection for our destroyers and light cruisers. I'm going to just deploy all these units. Have them go out. Okay. Also, we are going to transfer some state lands to the church. Yeah, we can't be on atheist state. It's so good. It's so good. Atheist state is so good. It's overpowered even. But we're gonna be under 60 stability for sure. Okay, let's see who will give up any states. France. Okay. The Netherlands refuses. Good for them. The United States refuses. That's fine. And the UK refuses. Kind of surprising about the French though. Okay, we're gonna liberate the Caribbean. It is time to declare war. Have our fleet in port. Okay. This is exciting. Let's declare war. Declare war on the UK. Also, because in my experience, they always join the Axis, I'm going to be declaring war on El Salvador and then Peru. Let's do Venezuela as well. Peru, El Salvador, and Venezuela have all joined the Allies. Very good. Let's call it in our Spanish puppet. Also, I should have done this before. They didn't send anyone yet? Okay, good. Let's take British Honduras, aka Belize. Gibraltar is ours. Going to ask for docking rights as well as military access. Going to plan a naval invasion from Denmark to around Hull. Just the middle of the country, pretty much. Yeah, Paradox, I like this. I like the thingy in the back like that. It's very much out of the way, you know? Okay, we're also going to quickly run in and get Smoke and Fire. This is going to be giving us a plus 5% breakthrough. We're not really going to need to be holding, so breakthrough is going to be much better for us. Let's also move our army down to Hamburg. I'm going to make sure that none of my ships, no convoys, go through the English Channel. And then let's split our navy into two and move them down to the eastern North Sea. I'm going to declare war or justify war goal on Yugoslavia, and I'm just going to slowly justify war goals on various countries. until Germany invites me. Cool, we have infiltrated the Navy. Let's make sure that our spies are getting intel on the country now. Cool, there we go. Everything is looking good. We have a while. We just really need to make sure that we that we defeat the British before the US joins. So we just gotta wait a minute. Norway is our enemy. Declare war on Yugoslavia. I'm gonna justify a war goal on Hungary. If they join the Axis, I will cancel it immediately. Just war goals everywhere. Ridiculous. Lev Trotsky knows best. He will serve a second term. And we're not gonna do any elections. We need to keep Trotsky to be able to get the achievement. Okay, rural schools, let's get that research slot. And we are going to be declaring war on Ecuador, the Dominican Republic. Cool, there we go. They are inviting us to the faction. So what we are going to do is we are going to very quickly move our army and set up a naval invasion for the area near Hull. Okay, let's see if we can launch. Hopefully we'll be able to launch at some point. Oh, holy schmoly. Request forces. And request forces. Okay, there we go. It's off. Naval invasion is launched. Bring our whole army on over. It is time to destroy the British. There we go. They're making another naval invasion, that's fine. Our Spanish forces will be attacking in the north, and the rest of our forces will take the south of the country. Okay, before we win the war, I am going to completely halt my armies. And, okay, declare war. And I'm also going to be doing something kind of sneaky, kind of silly, if you will. I'm going to be justifying on the very few countries that are left in the game, such as Iran. It's only 30 days. Wait, before my allies arrive, let's actually turn off all allied supply real quick. I don't want the Axis to send any troops here, so let's just make sure that if they come here, they don't get supply. And then, nope. It's funny that you can, like, decide that or not. My navy, I'm going to put right here, and I'm going to have them convoy raid. Come on, Sweden, why you gotta embargo me? Fudged up down here? No, we are sinking lots of convoys. Cool. Yeah, we're just going to sink convoys in this one little area as much as we can. We'll use these divisions to pin. Go in. Abolish capital punishment. Let's wipe out all these encircled units. Who can we justify on next? Someone that's not going to take forever. Oman? Okay. I believe Paradox patched it, so there shouldn't be more units spawning in there. Did give us a little bit more. So that's good. Are we not sinking? We are sinking convoys still. I'm gonna get this infantry expert. Yeah. Infantry division attack and defense. Love it. Oman is ready to go, so let's declare war. And wait till they join the allies, first of all. Cool. Let's finish them off. Oh, they did deploy more units. Wait. You know, yeah, no, we'll just assault. See if I can't get more experience here. And let's have you guys fight there, you fight there, just get as much experience. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. There's a few states that we need. We need these Canadian states to make our invasion of the US much, much easier. I want those 3 states. Don't really want to compete for all that. Gonna take all the land that I can core first, and then let's puppet Venezuela. Of course. Of course they try to take every single state. Oh my god. Every single state of ours that we're claiming. Just so annoying. So annoying. Axis, you're supposed to be helping me claim these states. That should be everything, but I'm going to make sure that I also contest for Gibraltar. Select all. Demand. Don't demand anything else. Don't demand anything else, because if I were you, I would want everything, but you have to make sure you take all of Central America and then all of the Caribbean so that you can puppet everything, so that you can core everything here. It's more manpower. It's more factories. Select all. Come on, let me take it. We're going to have to give up something. Ecuador, I am sorry, little one. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Man, I wanted to be able to take everything here, but Germany just had to step in. Let's take a couple ships. Okay, let's see how we're looking. Germany, screw you for that, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's, 1, become the spy master. Whole bunch of new spies, hell yeah. And 2, let's move all of our spies onto Washington, D.C. We are also going to go into our infantry division template and add in some artillery. Add in 1 artillery. Okay, maybe we can afford it. And now we're going to prepare for the invasion of the Soviet Union. Oh, cool, we got some ships. You know what, we'll wait for Finland to do the war. Just because I don't want to be pushing into the Soviet Union during winter. Cool, state education. And let's improve our worker conditions, but let's also nationalize church land so that we can get weak church, so that once this is done, it moves us onto atheist state, so we can get a massive boost to our industry. Another spy. We can leave her on our country, to be honest. Oof. There are a lot of enemy spies on our country right now. We did lose a massive portion of our fleet. That's okay. Okay, so I'm going to be integrating the South and integrating the Caribbean. Make sure you save your political power. It's going to give you cores on all of this. So let's definitely do that. Yeah, we could use some more support equipment. Also, we have an atheist state. We have more than 60% stability, so I'm not worried about a civil war. So yeah, we're just getting a whole lot of factory output. Just for now, I'm going to put it on artillery, but my focus isn't going to be artillery, of course. Just once I can start making fighters and casts. Also, let's make a whole bunch of infrastructure all throughout these states and in the Caribbean as well. Okay, integrate the South is done, so now let's integrate the Caribbean. Let's core everyone that we can. I love how Italy always justifies against Saudi Arabia now. It's constant. It's constant. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to keep just 1 spy, and the rest of my spies are going to be working on collab govs. Okay, I'm going to be adding another artillery to my infantry, and we'll just keep making convoys. Jeez, we are buying so much steel. Japan declared war on the Philippines. UK joined the United Chinese Front. What the fuck? Okay, let's smash the bureaucrats. It's gonna give us a war goal on the Soviets. Okay, I'm gonna make a few more infantry divisions so that we can have 3 whole total armies. Okay, let's integrate Panama. And then we're going to integrate all these states next. Finland has declared war on the Soviet Union, which means that Germany will be joining the Second Winter War. We can start making a new fighter. Unfortunately, we have no air experience, though. Okay, yeah, we're just going to let them fight, and we will be joining them, you know, after the Germans have done some significant damage to the Soviets. We will assist in the final push, basically. Soviet operative captured. Get out of my country. Cool. Chief of Air Force. We're getting the ground support guy because, honestly, I like that air supremacy bonus that he gives us. Big fan. Gonna integrate Haiti first because Haiti has a whole lot of manpower. Oh, I should have done Cuba. I completely misread that. I only read that as 1.2 1.9. Need to get my ice checked, man. I have some army experience, so... Oh. Not worth it. Okay, Cuba next. Dominican Republic, then Belize. Okay, I'm also going to be upgrading my mountaineers. You know what? Instead of just doing that, I'm going to go into this, and I'm just going to duplicate and add mountaineers. 13% should be enough to make a nice fighter, at least. And we only have one model, unfortunately, and it's kind of ugly. Yeah. Guess we'll buy from Germany. Okay, Belize is last, and then we have the Panama Canal. Yeah, I'm gonna justify a war goal on Vichy, France. I think I would actually like to conquer their entire country. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have one army here, and they will just take over the south, and then one army, two armies, why not, to take over Lower France. Might as well, right? The extra puppet's gonna be nice for more manpower. We can steal their navy, steal their resources. They are a resource-rich nation. War goal is done. Our forces are in position, so let's do it. Declare war. Call in our Spanish puppet. For some reason I can. Okay. Close and prepare another collab. Oh, okay. 134 days. I think I can do this. My game is starting to slow way down. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Cool. First thing I'm going to do is pass and take their entire fleet. Submit demands. Yeah, if you want to, you can take the rest. You don't have to if you don't want to. I'm just gonna let Vichy France live. But I'm going to be making my own puppet. Mexican France. Vichy France can live in Africa here. We got a whole lot more iron. Oh, thank God. It's gonna give us back a whole lot more factories and extensive conscription. We're gonna need a lot of manpower. Let's grab all of our Spanish forces, our Portuguese forces, our Venezuelan, and Peruvian. I'm not going to take the Ecuadorian. You know what, I will. I'm not going to make them feel left out. It is time to destroy the Soviet Union while we are still preparing a collab. We're going to need quite a few collabs in the US. And Germany's been weakening the Soviets for a year now. It should not be too difficult. Oh, we also got a whole lot of Mexican French troops. Okay, why not? We'll get skilled staffer while we're on it. If you don't know how you do that, as long as they have not changed it, all you really need is just having, I think it has to be 7 divisions, but it might be 6 armies. Sorry, 7 armies or 6 armies, but eventually you just suffer through all the debuffs, and then he gets a skilled staffer. I have enough to build a cast, so let's do that. Our army is arriving. We're going to have to transfer lands to the church in a moment again, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Yeah, let's seize the Panama Canal. Might as well just start going down our focus tree a little bit. Troops are still arriving. We have a lot of untrained divisions, so I'm thinking... I don't know. What am I thinking? You know what? Let's reorg up and then let's join the war. Are our forces still heading over? Oh my God. We had so many troops. It looks like Spain has more troops for us. There's one more. Let's declare war. I always like to kick it off with a very aggressive force attack. This is going to be rough on our manpower for sure. Also, the Cristos are rising up, so let's transfer some lands to the church. have a weak church. I'm just gonna deploy everything I have. Why not? Nice little fleet here. Oh, wow. No, it is a very nice fleet here. Hell yeah. Big, massive fleet. You know what? I'm gonna put a few spies onto the Soviet Union. Might not be the smartest idea, but I'm gonna try to lower down their entrenchment by quite a bit. Another issue we're running into is, of course, the supply. We're still we're still trying to push. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to diversify my elite forces so that I can elevate the mountaineers. Let's make our mountaineers a bit better. Honestly, as long as we still have a bunch of manpower and as long as we still have a bunch of guns, we're just gonna keep pushing. We're just gonna keep pushing. I feel like the Soviets have been like buffed somehow because I'm not breaking through at all. So I moved all my forces down to the south and then I'm exercising to get them off green. Ugh, my spy died. Commit. Okay, in the spring we will be pushing once again into the south. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can do some pushes. I'm going to be combining my air force into one area. My army is hopefully ready. Let's just reorg up and... Okay, let's take Kharkov. God damn it. Cool, we still took it. That is a supply depot. Let's help the Soviets close this pocket that they're making. I think I can do this one. Everything is still deep snow, so just keep marching on. I don't care about kills. I mean, I do, but I don't really right now. I just need a small Soviet puppet. Okay, boyos, let's go. I'm going to do force attack with my mountaineers. I love it. Okay, this is much more like it. After making these concentrated attacks, the Soviets quickly capitulated, with me annexing as much of the east as I could. The peace still didn't look that good, especially the South of America. There was a lot of states I wasn't able to compete with. Made sure all my spies were on the United States, making a massive spy web. I also grabbed all my air force and trained them. I'm gonna need all this, Cass. Put some troops at the Panama Canal, just ready to take out the units that are there. I also made a naval invasion for the middle of the East Coast, around New York down to Washington, D.C. I highly recommend you do this. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult fighting through the East Coast. There's a lot of mountains and surprisingly not a lot of supply. But if you do this, you're able to cut off the majority of the American army, making capitulating them fairly easy. With that, I brought my fleet over, put them on naval invasion support. Hopefully the majority of the American fleet will be busy in the Pacific. We have rescinded the American concession. It is time to declare war on the United States. Naval invasion is off, and I'm going to assault the East Coast. A lot of majority landings and a few places I wasn't able to land. That's okay. Cut off the East Coast and took it. The Americans ended up making a naval invasion, but that's okay. I had some troops ready to help cut them out. Washington, D.C. fell fairly soon with the use of my mountaineers, and I just took all the states that I can core, or most of them, and then puppeted the rest of the United States. It is time to redeem Atzland. And this is a long focus. It takes like a whole year. It takes forever. Also, Vichy, France ate my French puppet. My French puppet still exists and all the non-cores. We have redeemed Atzland. It's time to release the United States because I don't want our non-cores. There we go. Also, I'm going to leave the Axis. It's time to make our own faction. Very nice. We have done all of our achievements that are necessary. We've gotten all the achievements that we can get in this run. This was very fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope this guide makes it easier to get these achievements. Have a great rest of your day.